dream case as is. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Your teeth look great.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Stay tuned for set number 4.
Woohoo! So, going back to you growing up in Vegas, when did you drop out of school?
When I was 15.
High school?
Middle of sophomore year.
Was something happen, or what? Like, how do you actually leave high school? I thought there was like that was illegal or something.
Well, it is, but I just feel like Vegas doesn't give a shit.
They don't give a fuck.
If you look at if you rank the school system, the school systems are ranked from like best to worst, all 50. Vegas is 50th, or it was for a long time. I don't know if it still is.
I remember seeing that.
49th, or Nevada is.
Yeah.
But I mean, they don't give a shit. But I mean, I think it was leading up to it. Like I just, for years of my life, I've always had really bad insomnia. There was a lot of fighting in my household. I would never sleep at night. Like I was like scared to fall asleep. I had really bad insomnia. So I'd be sleeping through class all day, like every day and shit.
Wow.
Like, because I wasn't getting any sleep. I remember so many times where teachers were like, would send me for like a wellness check at my school. Because it's like, why is she like in REM sleep? Like it's one thing if they touch you and you get up. Like I wouldn't get up, like type of thing.
Wow.
I hated the rules. I hated authority. I didn't want to learn. I hated life. So I was like, why the fuck, what am I doing this for? Future, I'm going to fucking kill myself. What, like, there's no purpose. And yeah, I mean, and then it was just, I remember one of the last times my parents took me to school. Oh my God, here I go again. Though, am I going to get fucking sued?
It's so fucked up. It's like, this happened to you.
I know, it's insane.
Just maybe if you say,
I had a dream
this is the way that I remembered it.
Yeah.
It could have happened differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was in the car and shit got so bad that I remember in my opinion, I was so angry that I got out and I was walking to school and it was freezing outside and we're far as shit from my school and it was like 30 fucking degrees out and I'm walking to school in like flip flops and like a t-shirt and I'm freezing and then they're screaming from the car to not the car, whatever. People call the police, like police show up, whole thing. And I'm just like walking to school. And I remember being like, I don't want to go back. Like it just like, this is too much. I don't want to go back. And so I just stopped going. I never like filed a paper.
Crazy.
I never anything.
You just one day stopped going?
Yeah.
Nobody reached out to you? Nobody asked any questions?
No.
What?
I literally just one day stopped. I mean, and I had hundreds of absences as is. I think that it's sad,
They didn't see
really.
if you died? Nobody was like, is she alive?
No, I mean, I was
You had
funny about
friends.
it though. I was
Yeah.
funny about it. I'd be like picking my friends up from school.
Okay,
I
I
went to all the like senior assemblies and shit. I would sneak into the school and just like do the fun shit with my friends and be like, oh, I'm a senior. Not at all. And I started just working as much as I possibly could so I could at least have money to put myself in a better situation. Because that's how it was for me from an early age. It was like, you have to get yourself out of this.
Survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they ever send like social services around to your house or anything like that?
No.
Never. Nobody ever checked on you.
At one point it's truancy when you don't show up, and I think they sent a truancy officer like one fucking time, and then they just like rang the doorbell, no one answered, and they left. Like again,
That's incredible.
it's Vegas.
That's actually like
Is it kind of like a Vegas thing? Like
I don't know.
I think,
but I'm assuming that's not happening in like the Hamptons. I'm
No,
assuming that's
it's
not happening in like
yeah.
you
I
know.
think they're probably underfunded. There's a lot of kids who are probably
100%.
not the best upbringing. And
Absolutely.
They just
And
don't have the resources.
And that's the thing too. Like I feel like high school and all that type of stuff, and a lot of other towns are very community based in the regard that like all the parents are friends and check on each other and all live in similar neighborhoods. And do you know what I mean? Like Vegas just isn't fucking. It's not like that at all. I guess.
Oh, you probably don't know about this, but if you're trying to avoid getting sued, you just say in Minecraft. So you say, my parents picked me up in Minecraft.
No way. In that case, in Minecraft. No way.
It's a gag. It's like an online gag. You say in Minecraft.
Oh my god.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Or you could say in Roblox if that's your cup of tea.
I mean, what's crazy too is like, I'm really not that terrified of being sued. Like, that's one of many, many, many lawsuits I've gone through. But in the
How many lawsuits? We might be kindred in that regard.
I think Ethan is thinking, did we just become best friends?
Right.
Because I'm on like my 5th right now.
Really?
For defamation.
I remember those days. No, I'm just kidding.
still haven't lost.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've won the majority of my lawsuits. I did lose one this year, but normally I'm like, fuck it, I'll say it, sue me, because it's when a business is suing you, or like a, you know what I mean, or shit, it doesn't matter. It's not like your whole life's
Just
drama.
money, yeah.
And airing it out. So it's like, yeah, that's the only one where I really
Yeah.
I get it.
tread lightly, I guess.
So you dropped out of school. You immediately just went, because can you even work underage? Like, was it hard to find a job at 16?
15.
15.
14, you can do shit that's like, you know what I mean? Like, you could go mow someone's, like, lawns, or you could go
Yeah.
work for a company that's not, like, tax.
Right, like
Happy.
they pay you cash or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then 15 is, I think, when it's legal, or at least it was then, and I just immediately.
So you went and people hired you.
Oh
15.
my, absolutely! I was preparing for it, like at 14. Like I was like, on my 15th birthday, I think literally maybe a day after my 15th birthday, I was like,
Was that
applying.
transition from being a student to like a full-time worker at 15? What was that? What did it feel? Was it relief? Was it good? Was
I
it
loved
hard?
it. Yeah, I actually
liked
I
it.
loved it because I guess for me, and it's sad, but school felt like something I was doing for no reason.
Yeah.
Because it was like, even if I graduated with I'm not being sent to college. I'm not a straight A student who's getting sent anywhere. And maybe I could have been if I applied myself, but I didn't feel that way. Like I had no motivation. I was so depressed. And that was a very instant gratification. I'm getting paid, I'm making money, I'm changing my life. And you know what I mean? I liked my coworkers. I liked working. I liked applying myself to shit. I also always worked in retail, and I love clothes, and I love people. I'm a people person as well, so I enjoyed like making my tips and doing shit like that off of human interaction. I loved it. Yeah.
And so when you turned 18, you moved to California, right?
I like don't remember my life. That's another thing that's kind of dark with the trauma, is everything is like such a. That's why people always call me out for fact checking. So like, I did this when I was this age, and it's like not even at all.
Well, the age is less important. You moved out to California. Like, what was your plan when you arrived? Did you have a place to stay? Were you staying with friends?
So do you remember O2L?
No.
Like Ricky Dillon, and like, do you remember all those like JC Kalen and Kian and whatever, O2L?
Oh, tell me what
Trevi Moran was my first like LA best friend, and like had been doing it far longer than me and making money, and I would always stay with her.
Our Second Life?
Yeah,
These guys?
yeah. So Trevi has transitioned now.
Whoa.
But this is before.
This
her
is 8
transition.
years ago.
Yeah,
So you were homies with these guys.
yeah.
Interesting.
And well, no, all of them kind of, but Trevi specifically,
Which one's Trevi?
bottom left.
This
Yeah.
person.
And
Wait.
I would always stay with Trevi, and Trevi like really took me in and kind of showed me the LA ropes, and then eventually, there were other like FaZe Banks was really like my good friend, and I would like be there a lot and stuff. That was like FaZe Banks was like my second LA like.
We call him FaZe Blanks, but it's
FaZe
affectionately.
Affectionately, I love him. He's my longest. Banks and Trevi are my longest LA friends.
That's
so
so
they
nice.
kind of brought me into this world, and I would stay there, and all that type of stuff.
Was it hard to transition, or was it kind of like you were making money by the time you
No, if
came
anything,
here?
I took way longer too than I should. I stayed in Vegas a lot longer because I was like scared. I'm like, is this a lifelong thing? What if I move to LA and it doesn't work and whatever? So I was back and forth a lot. At one point, I was renting a house in Vegas and a townhome in LA with my best friend. And yeah, so no, I made it pretty gradual, which I think was good for me. So I didn't let LA change me too hard off rip, you know. Where are you from? California? Are you guys from California?
I'm from Ventura,
Yeah.
so I've been in California my whole life.
I'm from Israel. I grew up in Israel.
How did you guys meet?
We met when he came to Israel to visit on a birthright trip.
Everybody loves this story.
And it's like a trip for Jewish people.
Yes.
You know what birthright is?
Yes.
So
Okay.
when you go on a group,
So when you go in a group, there's a few soldiers too.
Yes.
So I was a soldier. And
you like my bad boy vibe.
You're so fucking cool.
I'm so cool. I pulled her.
Me going on H3 is just a scheme to become her best friend. She's so fucking cool. Like, you were a what? You were a what? Like, tell me more about this soldier lifestyle very quickly, please.
Well,
She had a gun.
So
Did you have a gun?
Did I? I
Like
don't
a
remember.
fat fucking like
What was
AR.
your soldier duty?
I don't remember.
Not that
So
I can
in
imagine you're strong.
Israel,
I'm looking at you right now with your
Yeah, no, it's not
smoky-eyed
like
Prada
that.
on, and I'm like, huh?
it's not like that. So in Israel, when you're 18, after you finish school, you have to do the army.
Yeah,
And
everyone does.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
Okay.
And
Every-
for women, it's 2 years, and for men, it's 3 years, generally.
Yeah.
And then there's all kinds of jobs that you might end up getting. So mostly the guys go to like combat stuff. So it's more like physical and actual doing things. Now, they did start giving women the option to do that. So that's kind of like a later thing.
Would you do that if you had the option?
I never wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to do the army. But in Israel, it's kind of like a big deal if you don't do it.
Yeah.
And I was debating not doing it, and it's like a whole thing. If you want to try to avoid it, you have to like really lie through your teeth.
You
Yeah.
gotta like shit your pants.
And they would
Right
come
after.
to your home and check on you. And my
Literally.
parents would not allow me to do that.
Yeah.
By the way.
Didn't
and
you know someone that shit their pants when an army person came over to check on them to look crazy?
shit their
I
pants?
swear you told me that
I don't
story.
remember.
Like you have to go all
My
out.
pants
Yeah.
today.
But so then,
But so anyway, a lot of people around me, also like my friends' parents, pull me aside and they're like, "Listen, you have to do it. You'll never get a job."
Oh really?
In interviews, everybody will ask you, you can't do that. So I did go, and then they asked me like what kind of job would I want, like because there's different options, and I was like, I just want something like that where I can go back home every day. So like just leave me close, like in Tel Aviv. That was like the only thing I asked and I actually got that, and it was like the worst thing ever. It was like I just felt like I was wasting my life. I was
Yeah.
just sitting in an office,
so crazy.
doing stupid, like really stupid menial computer work,
Yeah.
and spending like an hour on the bus going there, an hour on the bus coming back home, going back home to my parents' house, and basically you also make no money. Like I made like $100 the whole month,
Oh my god.
so I would have to also work on the weekend to try
Yeah.
to make money for myself to like
oh, that's
buy
That's
whatever.
that's
horrible.
sad.
Yeah.
So
So I hated that,
Yeah.
and then I asked for like a change, which is something you can put in a request. It's like a whole process.
Uh-huh.
I did that, and you don't know what you're gonna get, so it's a little bit of a gamble. And then I got to go to this place where it's like they actually send you away from home, and you spend the whole week there, and sometimes the weekend too, and then you go back home like for a weekend, and then go again to the. So it's like it's a lot more like army like.
that explains so much about you. Why you have so much like value for the life that you live now. You know, like
But
you,
I do.
Like, that's awesome. How much you appreciate it. But it's cool to know that's where it comes from.
So I didn't think I wanted that, but when I got there, it was actually a really good experience for me because it was like being away from home, and I didn't like being home too at the time. My dad was like really difficult, and so it was kind of like an opportunity for me to go away from home and try something new and bond with people.
And you guys met in this
And then
time?
when I was at that base doing that, they were like, there's this thing, if you want to apply for it, where you basically go on a week off and you just travel.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of like a bonus in a
Yeah.
way.
Do a lot of soldiers? I would imagine a lot of them sign up for it.
I didn't even know about it, so I don't know how many people know about it or how many
How
people
did
they
you
let.
find out about it then?
Somebody, so where I was in the base, there's like,
Yeah, I think the apocalypse outside.
That's coming from outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not like a weird AC unit
The
with a kill button
crazy
that you pay for,
rain.
right? Okay. That's crazy.
So there's like a person, like a captain or whatever it is, that manages that whole department where I was, and I was his secretary. So that was my job there. So it's sort of like a good role in a way, and I don't know if that's why I got that opportunity. I don't really know.
Probably.
And you were there on Birthright.
So
You
I got
went
to
on
go
the
on
trip.
this trip, and he was one of the Americans.
We met
on
at the
trip.
Holocaust Museum.
No, you
Or I
fucking.
think that's the
we
first
did.
time we spoke to each other.
This is my kind of love story. Let me tell you something, okay? No fucking way. And
Yeah.
so, was it immediate? Like, did you guys fuck that night?
No.
We did not.
Hell
And
no.
we were both smoking, and I think we both took like smoke breaks together a lot. So we
God,
kind
you're
of like,
smoking so much then.
yeah,
How
we're
long
smoking
was
a lot of
this
cigarettes.
period of time?
It was a week.
Okay, and then you went home,
Yeah.
and you guys kept in contact.
And then I downloaded Facebook. I didn't know what that was, and Skype, and we started talking.
You weren't doing any of this yet. You were
No,
a normie.
yeah,
Doing what?
like this.
So-
Oh no!
media.
Oh yeah, way
No.
before.
Way
Way before.
Yeah, I was
So
a
your
normie.
entire journey on the internet has been
Been
with
together.
We
her
made
by
our
your
YouTube
side.
channel
Yeah.
together when I was living in
Oh,
Israel.
fucking! I'm gonna kill myself.
Because
I'm gonna die the fuck alone. That's so fucking annoying. Oh my! One relationship across your whole fucking career. Oh my god.
it is pretty crazy.
I'll end it all.
Because it is.
Insane.
I moved to Israel eventually because that was the only way we could be together.
Yeah, I came here first, and I had like only 6 months to be here, and then I get kicked out basically. And he
Yeah,
came
moved
to
to
Israel
Israel.
with me.
How long did you live in Israel for? 5 years.
5 years.
With her?
Yeah.
And then like it must have been
Yeah.
year 2 or 3 we
And-
made the YouTube.
Yeah, I was going to art school. I tried to get into fashion. They didn't take me in.
Yeah.
Then the next year I tried again.
Oh, I love
tried
your life.
art.
I love everywhere you're at for you right now. That's fucking awesome.
So, and in that art school, I had to take a mandatory video class.
Mm.
And I was too shy to be in the videos, so I would record him
yeah.
and show it in class, which was so stupid.
They were weird.
I would love to see that. He just has a puppet.
No, they're
It's a fucking
super
star.
weird videos.
And then we ended up putting those videos up on YouTube, and that became like our beginning.
And people like one of them gained some traction.
Well, I was doing
Very
like
slow.
I was doing really
Very
stupid,
slow.
like dumb, not funny, poorly shot sketches. Those really didn't get any traction. I started doing these video edits. That was the first time people started to follow me. I would make these like I don't know. Let's see, like that's a 10. This video was like actually viral. I edited this, and this was like my first big break. So funny.
Aerate it, warm it up, driving up that top note, that cream, pure vanilla, sweetener.
And so, how did you transition from? So, did you continue to gain traction by doing edit-based videos, and then you transitioned into slowly kind of putting yourself in them, and then
Yeah,
became a
so-
personality? Were you always reporting or discussing internet
Kind of, yeah.
camaraderie?
So this gave me a little traction. What really kind of blew me up, so to speak, is I was started making reaction videos specifically to like pranks, YouTube pranksters, because like nobody was calling them out at the time.
So you were kind of in the very beginning, like you spearheaded the reaction
Yeah.
industry. The reaction
AB
niche,
used
I
to.
guess.
I don't.
Yes.
I
They
don't wanna-
revolutionized the genre because they were the first commentary channel to really do like sketches and actually like write out like good jokes and stuff. And
That's lit.
yeah, they-
I can't say that about myself. Thank you, AB.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
I don't want to sound arrogant.
I love
but
knowing people's like, origin, especially
Yeah.
people who can continue to reinvent and stay on the space for so long.
Thank you,
It's so
Queen.
interesting.
You too, Queen.
And you
Look
too.
at you guys go, though.
And now you're on.
I love your life story. That's fucking
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's been pretty crazy. But
I didn't know any of that.
the last 10 years has just been like pretty domestic life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's crazy how much we've been through.
It is.
Like,
Sometimes it's.
I mean, I
it's
met
easy to
him when I was
forget.
19.
Yeah. Like, are you guys ever just like in your LA home? Like, should we go to the studio or Postmates Air One? And you're like, what the fuck?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
literally
are.
all the
We're
time.
like, what is our life?
We used to be broke as a motherfucker. We lived in an apartment that was infested, with rats and cockroaches. It was a
Cockroaches.
studio apartment.
Yeah.
There was more fucking.
We went through selling drugs, like you described
Yeah,
too,
we sold drugs
just
for a
to,
bit.
Yeah.
to make enough money to pay rent.
Absolutely.
I smoked crack once. I don't know if you know that. Different time though.
It's fucking insane. I mean, the bond of struggling with someone,
Yeah.
and then I experienced that with my friends. I have not been so lucky with that in love lasting, but it's a bond like no other.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a lot. Actually, one of the videos we made, a reaction video. I don't know if you can find it. You can hear a rocket going
Yeah.
off.
Oh, because you're in Israel.
In
Because
Israel.
there was fucking, they were shooting rockets into Israel.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, Ethan was there during like one time when rockets were getting to Tel Aviv, which is
Like
pretty
rockets
unusual.
are made up in my head. Rockets are on Jimmy Neutron, and that's it for me. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a different world there. It's just
Yeah.
a different world.
it's really tough there, and people really feel it. I feel like now that I get to go away, and then when I come back, everything becomes more and more noticeable to me. Like everybody's so on edge all the time.
It's hard